You're watching Good Business San Diego, sponsored by Wilsey Asset Management. Welcome back. The following portion of Good Business San Diego is sponsored by Peaceful Warrior Law. Now, for many families, the process of estate planning and issues regarding inheritance can be complex, confusing, and overwhelming. Peaceful Warrior Law is a boutique law firm that focuses on demystifying the process of estate planning and gives clients the peace of mind that comes with proactive planning. Today we welcome back Brittany Cohen from Peaceful Warrior Law to talk more about their services and their approach and what it is that you can do for your family to avoid probate at all costs. This is a big message that we want to get across.
Yes.
Brittany, let's address that right from the start. What is at risk if you don't have your affairs squared away and you are going into probate?
So if you don't have anything in place, any legal documents in place that basically has a plan to take care of you if you become incapacitated or for your assets when you die, then the default is the court will decide how everything should be distributed, and that process is probate court. Probate court costs roughly about 5% of the gross value of your estate. So even if you have a mortgage on your house, if you die with the deed in your name, and let's say the property is worth $1 million at the time of your death, your family will pay around $50,000 just to take title to the property you want them to inherit.
Yeah, and of course $1 million is the average property in San Diego.
Exactly.
And then it scales up from there, right?
Exactly.
So more at risk with the more assets that you have.
Exactly, and especially if you have assets in other states as well, then you're basically throwing your family into court in every state where you have assets.
Yeah, terrible situation. And it can be so overwhelming, as I mentioned, and so emotional for families going through this. So preemptively, what is it that you recommend that people do to avoid this horrible worst case scenario?
Yeah, well, for starters, you just got to get started. You know, a comprehensive estate plan should include a trust, a will, financial powers of attorney, healthcare directives, and if you have minor children, what I call my minors protection plan, which is long-term guardianship documents, short-term emergency caregivers instructions, so that your children never have to go through child protective services.
I know that a lot of people can find the process really intimidating going in. Now, you founded this company to make sure that they don't have that kind of intimidation. You want them to feel comfortable. Talk about your process a little bit.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people feel like they don't have enough money to start with an estate plan, or they're not old enough, or they have more time than they do. But really what I recommend is just get a plan together, put something in place that is a legally valid plan to make sure that everything that you have and everyone that you love are protected in exactly the way that you want them to be.
So I know you'll start with a comprehensive estate plan, but it's also something that's adaptable through the years to protect them as time and circumstances change. Yeah,
so actually how my process works is I meet with my clients at minimum every 3 years to check in to see what in their life has changed, what in the law has changed, and how does their plan need to stay up to date. Because, you know, as your life evolves, your plan needs to evolve, so that when something happens to you, you know, your plan is going to work how your life looks at that point.
And of course, this is something that people probably procrastinate on, maybe more than any other issue in life.
Yes.
And it's so essential. How do they feel when they're done with the process and have that tangible plan in place?
It's actually one of the most rewarding parts of what I do, is seeing how like relieved and happy they are knowing like they put this behind them and you know, they can go skydiving comfortably, but really that they know, you know, everything is taken care of and they have the peace of mind that their family has somebody to call when something happens to them. It's not just, you know, a bookshelf of documents on the shelf, but they have no idea what to do.
So important. Appreciate you coming in and talking about it.
Thank
Start the process by going to plan.peacefulwarriorlaw.com. The preceding portion of Good Business San Diego is sponsored by Peaceful Warrior Law, and we will be right back.